This is the story of Mr. Samuel Walton, who founded a giant named Wal-Mart, a retail giant that is worth $400 billion today. And in 2022, Wal-Mart generated a revenue of $1.6 billion per day. But how did Sam Walton build such a successful business empire? In the late 1940s, following the end of World War II, the economy was struggling to recover, and the Walton family, like many others, had financial difficulties. And to pay for his education, Sam Walton worked at various jobs, including selling newspapers, working at retail stores, and waiting tables. But through these jobs, he interacted with people from different backgrounds and learned about the operations of various businesses. In fact, while working at a retail store, he used to study his competition even though it was not part of his job. His curiosity helped him understand the retail market. And eventually, Walton saved up some money and some borrowed from his father-in-law to take on a franchise for a retail chain called Ben Franklin. However, the franchise came with many restrictions, such as the requirement to buy 80% of his products from Ben Franklin and to spend a certain amount on advertising and hiring. As a result, Walton only made a profit of 6 to 7% on a revenue of $72,000. Meanwhile, his competitor was generating the revenues of $150,000 per year. This motivated Walton to visit every store in town and spend hours studying his competitors. Through this process, Walton learned 3 key things that contributed to his success. The first was the power of something called discounting, which involves selling products at a lower margin to increase volume sales. For example, if 100 t-shirts are sold for $5 each with a profit of $2, then the total profit is $200. But if the same t-shirts are sold for $4, the profit may be only $1, but the volume of sales could increase to 200 t-shirts. Discounting can lead to more foot traffic in stores, faster inventory turnover, and better bargaining power with sellers. For example, if the other players buy about 10,000 units, you could buy 20,000 units because of your accelerated sales volume. And using this larger purchase order, you could ask the seller to reduce the price by another 10%, which could give you 10% extra profit, even with the best prices. Now, for a small store, that's only a 10% increase in margin along with a discount for customers. But when Walmart scaled up using the same principle, they became so powerful that they started dominating the sellers. For example, if the wholesaler sells 20,000 units to a small retailer for $5 with a $2 profit, wherein Walmart will place an order for 2 million units and ask the seller to sell them at $3.05. And because it's such a huge purchase order, it gives the seller more profit, so they usually agree. Now, when the normal retailer prices their $5 purchase at $7, Walmart puts a price tag of only $4.5, which means what? The selling price of Walmart is lesser than the cost price of the retailer, making it practically impossible for the retailers to compete with Walmart. And remember, what I told you in the beginning, Sam Walton used to study his competitors very carefully, that he literally visited every single retail store in America that he could find. And he started taking notes about what they were doing well and what they were not. And in this process, he observed that every successful retailer, knowingly or unknowingly, had something that attracted more people to their store. For example, some people had an ice cream machine that attracted a lot of kids, so when the parents wanted to shop, they specifically chose to go to that store with an ice cream machine so that they could shop without being annoyed by their kids, while others used to sell basic commodities like toothpaste at an ultra-low margin so that they could lure shoppers into making a visit. Therefore, Sam Walton carefully observed every one of these elements and tried to incorporate them into his store. The second lesson was the importance of customer service. Walton believed that if a customer left the store unhappy, it was his fault, and he wanted to do everything he could to make it right. He also believed in treating his employees well and empowering them to make decisions. This approach contributed to the success of Walmart. The third lesson was the value of location. Walton believed in locating stores in smaller towns where rent was cheap and there was less competition. He also believed in keeping the stores clean and well-stocked and offering a wide variety of products at low prices. These strategies helped Walmart grow into the retail giant it is today. That's all from my side, guys. If you learned something valuable, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button.